Hello, good people. Thank you guys for tuning in to Heavenly Sent People You Should Know. As you guys know, my name is Cynthia. I am the founder of Heavenly Sent Youth Organization, and my motto is we provide, we expose the kids to different outside of the hoods. And so we do things like swimming, golf, tennis, bowling. I bought a horse over the pandemic, and so with that horse, it's opened up our horizon like never before. And so I've partnered with so many different barns and ranches, to whereas every Saturday I'm taking the kids out there. They get a stipend for cleaning up, and they're learning about horses, and it's just a really nice excursion. And what's funny about it is that I noticed that some of the kids, when I take them outside their comfort zone, I see a totally different kid. And so my motto pretty much is you can't see what you can't dream. So it's hard for us to tell our kids this and other when they really can't see the things that we're talking about. So it brings me great joy to be able to take the kids outside of their four walls and show them different experiences. We've been to the Bulls game, the Bears game, the White Sox game. As a matter of fact, Easter, we went to a White Sox game. Had box seats too. So that was pretty cool. And you pretty much name it, we'll provide a resource for the kids. And so, with that being said, I always look for people that pretty much follow the same path in regards to providing outlets for kids. And so this young man next to me, I've been following him for quite some time now, and he's been doing some amazing things around the city. And so it was a great pleasure for me to meet him, go chat with him, get a feel for him, see is he for real about what he's saying. And so as you guys know, I try to put the right people in front of you. Sometimes some people slip through the cracks, but for the most part, the Lord don't fall astray. And so with that being said, I am going to let him introduce himself, tell you guys what he's got going on, what he's doing, what he's got up and coming. And so this is Mr. Brent. The show is yours, sir.
All right, my name is Brent Johnson. I am the co-founder with me and my wife of Back to the Basics. Back to the Basics is a youth organization where we use sports, mainly basketball, to teach kids everyday life lessons. We also use it to mentor the young people. What I found is most young people, if you don't engage them, then you can't save them. They'll listen to you, but they'll be going in one ear and out the other. So I moved here from Atlanta going on 11 years now. That was a tough move because I have 10 kids of my own, so I had to leave most of my kids in Atlanta, but I was following my purpose, which is what the Lord told me to do. And officially, I've been coaching over maybe 15, 16 years because I have my own kids. But what I use, like I said, I use it as an engagement piece. We teach the kids the basic fundamentals of life. I have over 20 years of management, so we do job readiness. We teach them how to give back to the community. In the wintertime, there's families that we go out and shovel snow for the elderly in our community for free. We give food back because if we teach them to give back now, then it becomes a habit. I've also had some opportunity to grieve with our young people. We had a couple of young people pass away, one to gun violence, and then we also had a 14-year-old. He went to sleep and he didn't wake back up.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of times our young people don't know how to deal with death or things of that nature. So I was able to bond with them. And for the most, my life has been around building these young people. I currently have four basketball teams, working on a fifth one. We travel. Um, we travel. We have fun. We go to similar events. As Cynthia was talking to, we was in the building when Chicago Sky won the championship. We go to the White Sox game. Whatever I think we're engaged in. Spider-Man came out. We rented the theater, the whole theater, for them to just enjoy with their family and friends. So, for the most, my program is about building our young people, the ones that don't want to speak, that no one's teaching the basic fundamentals of life. Like, we have an open door. It's crazy because we have an open door policy in our household where when the young people come to our home, they know when it's a new kid that haven't never been there, because all the kids know to just walk in because the door is always unlocked. So if a kid come and they knock on the door, then they know, hey, that's a new kid. They don't know the rule. But I also believe in exposing them to new things. Exposure is key. Some of them don't understand. Like I was talking, Cynthia, they go horseback riding. A lot of kids have never been near a horse.
And see, and that's the whole point that I did. That I grew up with a love for animals and outdoor, and so I know that so many kids don't have those resources, and parents really, don't have the necessary means to do those things. And so I was just blessed to be able to partner with so many people, and that's why I appreciate you, Brent, the fact that you're a black man, and not only did you say that you're teaching basketball, you're teaching life skills, you're mentoring. That's what the kids do, because I found out even, in my basketball journey, not all kids want to play basketball. So if you just got basketball for the kids, what about the kids that don't want to play basketball? So now you got kids left behind if you're just focused on one thing. And so that's the only reason why I don't focus on sports, because I know that there are so many other men that I can partner with, like yourself, to whereas I can say, you know what, I got some boys that's interested in basketball here. Take them. You're doing the mentoring. I see what you're doing from afar. Can they be with you, and so on and so forth. And so the same thing, like if you got kids that's interested in any of the activities that I mentioned, send them my way. We do outdoor camping. I got 2 mobile homes that I'm fixing up. So I just talked to one of our sponsors that has a ranch, and I was like, well, I want to bring the kids out here. You want to stay the night, outside? And he was like, of course. And so his barn is like 4, 5, 6, 10 football fields. So I got to hurry up and get my trailer for that. So I'm so excited about that. And I mean, boxing, we do it all. Honestly, anything that those kids think they want to do, we'll find a resource for it.
And the good thing is, like I'm a basketball coach, but I love football the most. But a lot of people don't understand sports save lives. Sports is a disciplinary. Like, I always explain to people like this. If I have your kids 4 days out of the week for 3 hours practicing, and on the weekends, we might be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 6, 7 p.m.
Yikes.
That is time that they're not a target on the street. That is a time where they're bonding with kids from all walks. So I have kids from the west side, south side, east side, whatever. I don't set a boundary of where a kid can come. I've been doing this people know me behind the scenes, but I just have a love for these young people, and I've been doing it in Chicago for over 9 years, maybe a little longer. But my biggest thing was I was afraid. I was afraid of myself, and I was questioning myself, like, can I coach with these big coaches in Chicago? I'm from Atlanta. Atlanta is a competitive sport, but I just knew starting my organization, the odds were stacked. But then one of my mentor and friend told me, like, hey, every time you're in a league or in a competition, you end up within the championship, or either you win it. So what he taught me was to believe the facts about myself and not the fiction. So once I started looking at that and understanding, I'm like, man, okay, and then the fear started easing. But I was on a purpose by God. I've been doing this, like I say, for free out of my pocket, sneaking stuff in the house while the wife ain't looking. We was playing in the league out south where I was spending on a monthly basis $3,800 Ubering kids to the parks.
It'll get costly.
Yeah, and then had purchased a couple of vans, and someone stole it from in front of our home.
Wow.
One of the event was, they stole it right before our championship game. They did news articles, but what it came about was teaching them how to handle adversity.
I like that.
Every part of something that happens in your life is a teaching moment.
I agree.
So that's what I teach them. The biggest thing is every choice has a consequence. So if I teach them to make right decisions, like one of the biggest things was I had a kid that he constantly on the basketball court was John when somebody say something to him. Every time somebody say something to him, he cost us a couple of championships.
Oh, wow.
But I had to sit down and break it down differently for him. What I told him is if you learn to control, you don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to defend
That's
yourself.
True.
Because on the
right.
basketball court, it's just a technical foul, which affects your team.
That's true.
But on the streets,
it can cost you your life.
It can cost you your life.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we're living in a time where when people say something, they'll blow your brains out. And that also affects everybody around.
Broad daylight.
So little simple things, teaching them, okay, the game is at this time, big practice this time. They got to be on time for work,
That's true.
school, interviews, anything that they're doing in life they have to be on time. So that is where my name came from, back to the basic. Because we believe in taking kids back to the basics of life, building foundational leaders. And the reason why we believe in building foundational leaders is because if I have a solid foundation, I can weather any storm. So a lot of the kids, they may not want to go to college, but I've kept them so that they become a citizen. They can get a job. They're out of high school. Most of the kids that have stayed with me, I would say probably 99% of them graduate from high school.
Wow.
And it's not that what I'm doing, it's just I'm helping them bring out the greatness that's already within them.
So if somebody's looking and wanted to be a part or get information about back to the basics, what's your Facebook information?
So our organization on Facebook is Back to the Basics.
Okay.
It's with the number 2. You'll see the logo as you see here. The logo is here. And it comes up Back to the Basic.
So what's the age? What age do you take the kids?
So I don't have a set age limit because I believe in taking them all. But at the current time, my youngest is about 8, and I have some that are smaller. I just don't have small teams right now. But they come in, they're more than welcome to come in the gym, work out. They're a part of the family. When I give out gifts or when I give out the things that I have, then they get it too. Because I'm building a family versus a basketball team.
Now, is this just males or is this co-ed?
So I have girls and boys,
Okay.
co-ed. And my girls are dogs. They outwork my boys on the basketball court because we play on the boys' league, but they play in the games, and I love when people underestimate them because they're girls. But they put in the work. They put in the work. So I'm just excited to be a part of their lives.
Now, where can they find you during the week?
During the week, I'm on Tuesdays. We're partnering with my job, which is Target Area, who is doing phenomenal things. They're supporting us and giving us the funds to do and build bigger for the community. On Tuesdays between 4:30 and 7:30, we do open gym at Foster Park.
Okay.
We give away Gatorades, water, Nike gift cards, socks, anything that can help. Healthy food. We do fruits, snacks, anything that they're using when they're playing basketball.
And what time is that?
That's from 4:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
We also do out the like this coming Friday. We also have a bingo night where the community, elderly, any age, come in and play bingo. Receive the awards that we've purchased. We just recently had a game night where Target area purchased the game system.
Now, where are you hosting these events, the Target area? You said bingo. Where's this being held at?
It's being held at Target Area Community Center.
Okay.
The address is 1452 South 79th in Chicago. So it's on 79th and Ashland, about half a block down.
And did you say this this bingo night was for seniors or for everybody?
It's for everybody.
Okay.
We want everybody to come out. We want to give something that our seniors like to do too, though.
I love it.
And bingo is huge in our seniors. We want to appreciate them too, because they paved the way for us.
I love it. And you said the movie night, has that gone and come, or that's up and coming?
So the movie night is coming April the 30th, which we're doing at Target Area Center, or we may move it depending on the crowd to 79th and Ashland, the AFC Center, which is one of the buildings that my father-in-law owns, which has a 2,000-seat theater.
Oh, wow.
And multi-purpose room. So we're looking to build the whole area.
So do people have to register online or call in, or this is just a walk-in event?
It's a walk-in event at the moment. I know once we have grown, we will have to probably at least get a heads up of who's coming, so that we can have enough food, drinks, everything, because all of these is free.
So is this ongoing, or is this just something this is just two events that you're doing right now?
This is ongoing. On Tuesdays, it's every Tuesday in June until June, but June we're looking to go outside because now it's hot.
Exactly.
Once it's hot outside, we want to be able to. If we're outside, more people will say, "Man, what's going on? What's going on?" And they want to be a part of it. And so that is what we're doing right now. It's sponsored. It's a Lights in the Night event that's partnering with Target, and Target Area trusted us to come up with ideas and do these things.
So he's not saying Target the store, because when he first said that, I'm like, Target the store. He's not talking about Target the store. This is a whole different organization.
So Target Area is a violent prevention organization on the south side of Chicago. We deal with a lot of returning citizens. We also are doing training. We have computers for people to walk in, do resumes, need assistance with something. All they have to do is just come in. We have case managers on standby. As soon as you walk in, you can meet them. That's for returning citizen. Anyone that's in our community of Auburn Gresham, West Inglewood, East Inglewood, Chatham. So we work with them really close to build our community, because it takes all of us.
Absolutely.
So, like I do sports, you do horseback riding,
outdoors and animals.
That is huge. In our community, no one's teaching our kids, let's go camping. You tell a kid to go camping these days, they're like, what?
That's true, yep.
Until they go and experience it.
Absolutely.
And be like, wow, we had a great time.
Yep.
Now I have something that's in me. A couple of years ago, we took a couple of kids to Wisconsin to one of the biggest aviation programs, and they had an event where we met two of the first Tuskegee Airmen.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Because actually, I had signed up a couple kids a while back, because they do free. They do free pilot rides for kids. You just got to sign up, and they'll provide transportation. So I need to get back in touch with them. Yep.
So we went out there, And
wow.
we met the Tuskegee admin. They was able to talk to them. We the kids got to sit on $1 million planes, see how they operate. Then they got to see the air show, and then to top it off, they were able to ride in a helicopter. Each and every kid got their first helicopter ride.
And they also gave us free tickets to the Air and Water Show, and we was able to sit down there with them, so that was real cool. See, I like stuff like that, outdoor.
And the crazy part
stuff.
is, we had a kid that went there and just graduated getting his aviation license.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, see, I love stories like that. I'd like to meet that kid.
And so
I'd like to bring him on the show. Please.
We can set it up. And it was so crazy because instead of just driving back to Chicago, we decided to get a hotel for the kids. There was about 20, 30 of us. So we got rooms.
Wow.
So we stayed in the hotel, and it was an amazing experience for them because it was a lot of people that wasn't of our color. But we end up playing Uno in the lobby because the hotel allowed us. And everybody from all other rooms.
See how cool that is? Came out,
and we had an Uno tournament with all different cultures, and people were like, and the kids were like, wow, everybody's
I'm going to incorporate that. I like that.
And
I like that.
It was crazy.
I like that.
They had fun, and we exposed them to something different.
Because now you bring in people from different walks of life, and even kids that typically wouldn't get along or in the same space. Now you bring them together in a competitive, positive, space. I like that.
And we do that a lot because, think about it, if we build a bond with these kids, they may build a bond on a basketball court, riding horses, but when they're back in their neighborhoods and somebody wants to do something to them, they'll speak up and be like, no, he ain't that kind of kid. He ain't on that. So let's let that builds that bond. And so if we build the bond, we can save our communities. Because it takes each and every one of us to save our communities. No one's coming to save us but us. So we have to build. The missing component that has left that I grew up in is the community. The community. If you got in trouble with your neighbors or your neighbor seeing you something, when you get home, you better believe mom and dad and the neighbor gonna take care of you. But we're missing that component, and that is what we're trying to build as an organization, partnering with other organizations like you, because it's important. No one can do this by themselves.
That's true.
No one. So,
I keep saying that everybody needs somebody. It's the worst trying to do everything by yourself. I used to try, but then I was stressing myself out, and it just didn't make sense. And when you're trying to help people and you got kids, it's imperative that you find somebody that you can trust, that can help you. And I thank God that I found that in the few people that, don't mind coming, helping out, or, helping with resources, things of that sort, because you need it. Matter of fact, while it's on my mind, we got 2 big events coming up. So we got, we're going to take 80 kids on an overnight camping trip from Friday to Sunday. That's, I think, in 2 months. And also, we have another event where we're going to have 80 kids. They're going to play on a WNBA Sky court. Mm-hmm. And they're going to go next door and eat. I think we call it Dream of something. So, yeah, it's 80 kids for each of those events that we have coming up within the next 2 months.
Well, I got about half of that right now.
Yeah. So, we did it last year. My partner and I, we did it last year, and it was pretty cool. For the kids to get to go to the game. So, the ticket includes them going to the game, playing on the court, and then, them taking us to eat across the street to whatever restaurant over there. So, yeah, I'm excited about that.
And these kind of commitment and collaborations without any politics in it.
Exactly.
It's simply about trying to help our young people.
Yep.
No gain, but we're also building a bond amongst each other too, because sometimes, we go through things in this work that we have been ordained and purposed to do. And you need somebody to encourage you.
I agree.
You're going through some things, and then you just like, man, I want to quit. But then you get somebody that reach out to you that you might not know.
I
It
agree.
comes from stranger.
Especially somebody that's walking the same path that you are. Somebody that's that's in it. That's in it. So you're totally right.
Like this gray hair around my face is not from because I'm old. I'm not old. It's that I put in the work. I'm in the trenches with these kids. But every cent of it and every moment is worth it to me, to them, to their families, and I'm looking forward to building this collaboration on a day basis.
Absolutely.
If it's resources that we have, then I'm willing to also share with it.
I appreciate that.
Because we have to share our resources versus balling it up because I don't want nobody to know how to get this. Resources are
It's
for
enough out here for everybody.
It's enough. Chicago is a big city.
Your resources not gonna stop you from getting anything if you tell me about it.
No, it's not. So I don't understand why it's been held. Most people that know me know I'm an open book. I'll do whatever I can to help. And when our time is up, we just move on. No hard feelings. But I know people grow. And sometimes once they grow, they have to go. And like I tell my young people, as you go up, everyone's not going to be able to go up with you because they're only supposed to be there for a certain level.
That's true.
So no stressing, but we have to enjoy each other and enjoy life with them.
And if I can say this, as adults, I think that we are so quick to jump on a bandwagon with what somebody else saying. For me, again, like we just mentioned, we all have a resource. We all can help each other in some type of way. You may have something or know somebody I don't know, and vice versa. So I can't pass judgment or say to you because of what somebody else said about you and so on and so forth. And I see that so often. We base one's opinion on what somebody else said. And I tell people all the time, the relationship you've got with this individual may not be the same relationship that I got with this individual. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's about business. And, like I mentioned, I have a boy child that I'm raising. So it's imperative that I find whatever resources and connect my son with positive role models that I trust and that's putting in the work out here, because it ain't about me. I'm not out here about feelings. I'm about here trying to make a positive impact on these youth and, and give them the guidance that they need. So I can't get caught up in feelings. That I can't do. I used to, but now I understand it's bigger than me. These kids out here, they need people. And so I'm a female, so we got probably more guys than females. And so therefore I see positive males like yourself that are doing stuff, that's mentoring, that's not just saying, here, take this basketball and run up and down the court. No, I need you to, at this moment, I'm looking for you to give them teachable moments. You know what I'm saying? I need you to say, hey, young man, this is not the way it's supposed to be because I can only do so much. I can get them, but I can't teach them to be a man. So I appreciate all the work that you're doing with them. Keep up the good work. The sky's the limit. You put God first. You already know He going to open doors like He's been doing for you. The race ain't given to the swift, but to the one that endure to the end. Like you said, your gray hair ain't come from age. It come from, because you know what it is.
Yep. And so I'm honored to, just for the invitation, for the years I've been a behind the scene person. And so that is why a lot of people are now just saying, but people that know me know everything that I do for the young people. But I'm honored for the invitation and allowing me to come in and just talk about our organization.
We'll be working soon. So last but not least, I want to thank CAN TV for giving me this platform to be able to bring people like yourself on to expose, to let everybody, to further expose, let people know it's people out here really, doing some great things. I thank God for my support system. I thank God for my mother, my grandmother. I thank God for my partners that help me with these kids. And, it's so many people I can name, but I don't want to forget somebody and then somebody be fussing at me later saying I didn't name them. Well, so is anybody else you want to give a shout out?
I got to thank my wife.
Absolutely.
She allows me to do what I do. She's my biggest supporter. She allows me. I have to take a lot of time to do what I do, but she allows me
Bless her heart.
Going in. And she won our first championship too,
Aww.
as a coach, because I was in Atlanta.
Oh.
But thank you, and I'm looking forward to this new journey and collaboration.
Until next time, you guys. Thank you.